3-1 to the Dallas Stars. The first two periods of play, the Blackhawks definitely look like a team coming off of a game 24 hours ago. They did not look good in this one. They could not get good control of the puck. They were stuck in their defensive zone way too much, and it was just flat out bad and ugly play by the Chicago Blackhawks. They just could not find their way out of their zone. Arvid Soderblom in net, and he played well tonight. It was the fact the Hawks just had nothing to give him to help themselves in this game. Shooting while they should pass, passing while they should shoot in the offensive zone in the first two periods of play kind of costs them at points. So let's look into this game, shall we? First period of play, as I mentioned, Hawks just looked bad. They were outshot 5-8-16 in the first period alone. That's not a recipe for success at all. Second period, 9-13 in favor for Dallas, but at one point, Dallas was still out shooting the Hawks 21-5 total shots on goal. Yeah, that's not really a good point for the Hawks. The second period was not good. The first period, not good. Third period, though, that's where the Hawks have been known to turn it on if they're down in games. They've been able to do it. They were the better team in the third period, but only was able to find the back of the net once. They outshot Dallas 12-11 in the third period of play. Total shots on goal, 26-40 in favor for Dallas. The power play, Hawks went 1 for 3 for Dallas is going 0 for 3. Face off, Hawks were terrible at it. They went 28% at the dot to the Stars 72%. Yeah, not good at all. It was a rough game. It was a really rough game. Hawks definitely looked like the team coming on a back-to-back. Dallas did not look like a team just traveling back from Europe. They actually played well, and the Hawks just looked like they were tired. This schedule has been brutal for the Chicago Blackhawks as they've only played at home just a handful of times. They've been on the road the majority of this season. And we've already had multiple back-to-back games this season, second one in a week. We just had one on the weekend, and we just had one from tonight. So let's look in the goals of the game, shall we? In the first period, it was only a one-goal game. The Hawks had some chances, but Dallas was able to come out and get a goal midway through the first period of play. It was a back and forth first 10 minutes of play, but Dallas starts to find their game at 11:06 in the first period. Sam Steele scores his second of the season, assisted by Sanagovic and Lindell. I should mention, off this goal, I frankly think it should not have counted because the camera guard where on the boards they have cameramen and they can open up the glass and there's a cover there. Well, that cover falls onto the glass, puck bounces up in the air, Stars get control, and they put it in on net and in. It's 1-0 Dallas. After that, there was no other score in the first period of play. Hawks didn't have really much of going after that goal. They just looked kind of defeated. Dallas was peppering, but Soderblom stood strong. We go into the second period of play. A lot of the same. Hawks were really stuck in their zone at one point. Connor Murphy and Alex Vlasic had a 3-minute shift. The Hawks could not get the puck out of the defensive zone. Bedard was on that ice at the same time with Vlasic and Murphy. He was on the ice for over a minute and a half. They just had a rough point at trying to clear the puck. And while midway through the second period at 10:15, Dallas was able to take advantage of themselves getting some opportunities and a tired Blackhawks team. And Sagan puts in his 6th of the season, assisted by Lundqvist and Steele, to make it a 2-0 game for the Dallas Stars. What happens? Bad defensive breakdown by Jones and Kaiser, and a little bit of a backdoor play, even though Sagan was kind of on a bad angle as well. Backdoor, bad angle. He puts it in. It's a 2-0 game for the Stars. And it remains 2-0. Soderblom standing strong. We go into the third period. And into the third period, the Hawks come out. They were moving the puck, getting their chances off. They look like they can come back in this one. And while they were battling, putting pucks on net, Dallas had a few chances. And then a power play midway through the third period of play happens for your Chicago Blackhawks. And, well, the Hawks are able to capitalize on it at 9 minutes into the third period, scored by number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi, his 5th of the season, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard, and number 8, Ryan Donato, to get the Hawks within 1 on the power play. What happens here? Donato dishes the puck to Bedard. Bedard, fake shot. Well, really, he does a toe drag shot. It passed to Tyler Bertuzzi on the doorstep to redirect the puck in. Hawks now on the board. It's a 1-goal game. Right after this power play goal, though, Hawks go to the penalty kill. And, well, you would think momentum is dead by that. It wasn't. The Hawks had a few more chances afterwards, but they killed off the penalty of Taylor Hall, and we go start battling. They were moving and getting a couple chances, but they just couldn't find that second goal to tie the game up. And, well, Hawks pull Soderblom with 1:30 remaining in regulation time. And, well, at 19:14 in the third period, Stanikovic scores his 2nd of the season, assisted by Ben M. Labushkin, to make it a 3-1 game. I will say this. First 2 periods were ugly. Third period, they looked good. This team does have a hard time trying to play for 60 minutes a game. I understand this one just because last night they were in Chicago. Tonight they're in Dallas. Traveling's been a big thing with this team right now because we've been on the road more than we have been on home ice. The NHL schedule maker has not given us a friendly schedule because I want to talk about this. Because 10 of our first 15 games have been on the road, and it's still going to be a road-heavy schedule coming for this team because the Hawks travel back to Chicago on for Sunday to play Minnesota, and they go right back to another road trip in Seattle and Vancouver, then have another 2-game set at home, and then go back on the road again, and back at home, and back on the road again. The schedule has not been a friendly one for the Hawks, but sooner rather than later, they're going to be getting some more home games. Even though they've been the better team on the road this season, granted, not having many home games could be a factor, and also I know people aren't having an opportunity to watch games in Chicago because of Xfinity. The Hawks need to have an opportunity and start winning some games to make it more entertaining. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, it was a rough game, but they did battle, and let's go Hawks.